Hi, everyone. It's Tony Richards. Welcome to today's Life Focus. I want to talk for just a couple of minutes with you today about the importance of being yourself. Being yourself. I know several people that are great people, people that have a lot of self-confidence, have a lot of wisdom, have the ability to really help others until they get around certain people. And then they kind of clam up. They become real quiet. They don't say much. They almost retreat into their own mind. And they become almost a different person. And that concerns me. And that's what I want to talk with you about for just a moment today. Because you see, there are people out there, unfortunately, intentionally or unintentionally, that will try to control you, that will try to intimidate you, that will look at you or that will say things to you. I've had that happen. I've had that happen to friends. I've had that happen from relatives. People stand there and look at you and kind of give you this look. And I just kind of think to myself, you know what? That's your problem. Don't make it mine. But you still wonder, don't you? You got to be careful because there are people out there, especially relatives. It can be the most dangerous, toxic people you've ever met if they're not secure in themselves. And a lot of times that's what I have found. These people who have either a lot of control, a lot of influence because they hold it over you or because of their money or because of something else, be very careful. Be very, very careful. Parents do this a lot. Parents do this with the best intentions. And I can say this as a parent. It's hard sometimes to take that step back and let your child be themselves. Let them make the mistakes. Let them grow. Let them see. Let them make the decisions. But you have to do it. You have to step back and you have to say, okay, you be there, you support them, you help them through things, you talk with them about things. But be very careful, because I know people that have parents that are very controlling. And again, the relationships can be very dangerous because you tend to spill that over into your marriage and into the way you treat your spouse and your children. Got to break that. Let them be themselves. You be yourself first. You've got to say, you know what, I've got to break the past. Now, your boss will do that sometimes to you. And I think a lot of times it's just because of insecurity. I really do. I mean, I'm not a psychologist. I have no idea. But it's just been my experience over the years and watching people and seeing people. So be careful. Your friends will do this to you. If your friends are doing it to you, that's the easiest one. Just get rid of them. Now, that may not be, it may be easier said than done. But you got to make sure you're in the right relationship so that people allow you to be you. The true you, so that it comes out. People sometimes will put you down because they don't like your opinion, because they don't agree with you. Well, that's going to be, John, that's going to be a decision you're going to have to make. But again, the biggest thing that I can say to you today and that I want to bring today is simply to be yourself. Be a person that's trustworthy. Be a person with character, a person of integrity, a person who's honest, a person when they make a mistake isn't afraid to say, you know what, I made a mistake, but I'll correct it now and I'll get better for it and stronger. And I'll watch so that doesn't happen again in the future. Being yourself is so important. Pastor Paul, how are you, my friend, my brother? So important that we understand each other. But first you have to understand yourself. You have to say, am I being the true me that I can be? Am I being everything that God created me to be? And if there's people or situations that are toxic to you and that are detrimental and that are holding you back, when and where you can, step away from that. Talk to them. And if they still act the same way, then you've got other decisions you have to make. But I'll close now, and I just want to say it's important Because in this time, as we're coming through the pandemic, as we're coming through changes in all of our lives, we have to take that moment, take a step back, and we have to think, how can I be, and am I still being, my true self? Don't be something that you're not. Don't be something that somebody else wants you to live up to. Or don't be something living up to a standard that somebody else had. Be your true you. Help others. Help others to find themselves and to succeed as well. And it's important. It's important, especially as we're in families, in relationships, at work. It's important for us to be our true self, because so many of us play games with ourselves, or we're something we're really not. Be your authentic you. Understand that, hey, I may not be great, warts and all, this is me, but I'm me. And be happy with who you are. And understand that you are uniquely you, and the strengths and the gifts and the powers that you have are from God. And no one else has them just like you. And that's a fantastic thing. So instead of being discouraged, I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to really seek your true self, your authentic self, your genuine self, the opportunity to be yourself, truly, uniquely, and genuinely. Be you. Be and find that relationship with you, and you'll find that being yourself is a pretty neat thing indeed. You have a great day. Write me at TonyRichardsSpeaking@gmail.com. Check out my website at TonyRichards.net. Have a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are in the world. You take care. Be yourself. Be strong. Pray. Understand how God is crafting you. And when you do that, you know you will go forward.